Yo! Welcome back to another video, man. Today, we got the one and only SWISHOUT. You feel me? I watch a lot of SWISHOUT videos. You feel me? So he just posted a new video, and I was like, you know what? Why not just turn on the camera and do a reaction to it? You feel me? See how it does, stuff like that. You feel me? I really mess with SWISHOUT. He makes great content. You feel me? I'm trying to do more sports reactions and stuff like that, just to give my input on the topics that they're tackling and stuff like that. I'm trying to do more variety of reactions as well. And yeah, we back on the grind. I'm gonna try to upload at least a video a day this week. And yeah, make sure y'all check out the Patreon, check out the second channel. Just uploaded a Marvel Rivals video. I'm editing a 2K video, and yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe. The original video is gonna be in link down below. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Oh no.
Imagine averaging. Imagine averaging this for the last 3 seasons, and some way, somehow, your team can't even make it out the first round. Imagine averaging this for a playoff series, and your team wins 1 game. Better yet,
I'm not gonna lie. Giannis is slowly becoming one of the most overlooked superstars of our generation, bro. He is definitively, like, it's literally just him and Jokic. I literally look at him and Jokic in their own tier for like the last couple, like the last like 4 or 5 years. It's just been him and Jokic. And that 1 year, Joel Embiid had, when he won MVP, he was up there as well. But obviously with him being injured and stuff like that, it's literally like Giannis, Jokic, and then everybody else, in my opinion, because I definitely think that Jokic and Giannis are literally like the 2 best players in the NBA for like a little over like what 5-6 years now, and it's not even close. Yeah, as you can say like SGA, Luka, but that's more so like tier 2 to me. I ain't gonna lie, like I feel like they're in tier 2, but I don't know. The Bucks. It's a shame seeing Giannis not having as much team success as like other people in the recent years, because it's like dude is putting up monster numbers. You know what I'm saying? But his teams are either he's injured or the team that he's on is injured. It's always, and they're old as fucking bricks. Like that team is old.
imagine making what looked to be a championship trade, which means you lost what quite literally was a championship trade.
And that Dame trade. Like I'm a Dame Glazer. Dame is my favorite player of all time. On pay, like when the trade first came out, everybody was just thinking of that that duo as like a traditional pick and roll type of duo. But I guess everybody just forgot that that's just not how Giannis plays, I guess. So it ended up just being like your turn, my turn type of basketball, instead of just like, more so pick and roll, like, and it sounds like, it sounds nasty just thinking about that. Like, Giannis setting a pick, rolling downhill with fucking Dame's range. That sound like it literally, when the trade first came out, nigga, that shit sounded insane. Like that shit sounded insane, as crazy as hell. But Giannis don't play like that. Like he needs more of a defensive guard, more so than just a ball handler. Like a defensive guard who is also like a secondary ball handler, like a Amen Thompson. Like an Amen Thompson, if he had like a little bit of a jump shot. You feel me? So he can space out the floor when Giannis has the floor. That's literally the perfect guard to pair up with Giannis, in my opinion.
Years later, you have absolutely nothing to show for it, and these two are oddly on the exact same team now. This is the story of Giannis lately. The player that post winning that championship has been in this extremely sad cycle of wasted performances and no results. Since 2019, when Giannis officially became Giannis, he's still to this day the winningest player in the league. That's because Milwaukee, especially after getting Drew, they used to have an identity, and the only two teams that really stood in their way was Miami and Boston. Well, those two teams and Indiana, they're basically gone now, but unfortunately, so is Giannis's help. If you look at Giannis's prime years in the playoffs, and you look at the year he actually won that NBA championship, he averaged his lowest usage rate of that window because he had help. Who on this team can actually help Giannis as a shot creator, a playmaker?
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if Giannis won. Early predictions before the season starts, I have Giannis winning MVP. Either Giannis or Luka. Those are the two players I feel like they're gonna win MVP because I feel like those two characters. Those two players are gonna have, like, I don't know. I feel like they just have a chip on their shoulder, bro, compared to like everybody else. And Giannis's team is literally just give Giannis the ball, space out the floor, and let him work. That's literally the lineup. That is literally the lineup. Like, give Giannis the ball, let him do his thing, get out the fucking way and hit your shots. That's literally the Bucks right now. And I feel like he's gonna put up monster numbers. The East is weak as shit. You feel me? I seen him getting at least the third seed in the East, like third, second, or first seed in the East, and Giannis wins MVP. You feel me? Out of him or Luka. That's my predictions.
Basically help Giannis not be the complete source of their offense. Literally no one. And we basically seen that in the playoffs. And here's the kicker. This team doesn't even own a first round pick until 2031.
We got in the paint. Hey man, if you don't want to be here, you can leave. If you don't want to be here, you can leave. I'm being honest with you.
Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek.
Get your money, switch out.
Get your money, switch out. Also, click the link.
Get your money, switch out.
Breaking NBA news: Rockets point guard Fred VanVleet has torn his ACL, according to multiple reports. Averaged 14 points, 5.5 assists a game for the Rockets last season. They finished second in the West a year ago. They added Kevin Durant this offseason.
The Rockets have no ball handler, unless they get what's that white boy that they drafted? Is it Reed Thompson? Or is it Reed Simpson? It's Reed something. But I don't know. He's more so of like a developed project, I guess, because he's really being on the back burner. I think they're still trying to develop him and stuff like that. Either Reed Thompson or Reed Simpson, whatever his last name is, or Men Thompson is going to have to make a large playmaking leap this upcoming season. And I'm really high on Men Thompson, but I don't know. I think this is like too early for him to take on main point guard responsibilities for like passing and playmaking. He's able to do it, but I just don't think he's, to ask all that for a second year player. It's kind of crazy though. I ain't gonna lie. For somebody that's more so defensive minded,
looking to become a real title contender.
I can't lie. At this point, I genuinely feel bad for Kevin Durant. Think about this man's career post Golden State. Kyrie, just a whirlwind of stuff and injuries. James Harden, injuries. Chris Paul, injuries. Suns owner, drunk. And as soon as he gets the perfect team for this stage of his career, one of the biggest pieces of that team gets hurt before the season even starts. Even the Rockets last year, that was a pretty odd second seed. A team that was great defensively, but challenged a bit spacing wise, and they didn't really have that reliable go-get-a-bucket guy. They wanted that to be Jalen Green, but we've seen what happened. Well, Kevin Durant fixes that need of a half-court go-get-a-bucket guy. But now who's going to orchestrate their offense? A team that wasn't even the best shooting team last season. They literally lost all three of their top shooters. Two of them to get Kevin Durant, and now Fred VanVleet. Before Fred got hurt, I actually loved this roster because I felt like KD can finally just be KD. A great head coach, a team that has youth and they defend. Men Thompson showed us what he can be last year and he still feels raw. And maybe most importantly, a championship veteran point guard that's scrappy, feisty, can play make, and he just plays winning basketball. If you think I'm overblowing this injury, well, listen to this. Last year, Fred VanVleet had their third highest plus minus, even missing a significant amount of games.
They're going to need a lot from Jabari Smith Jr. too. Jabari Smith can shoot the ball though. You feel me? I feel like his usage is going to go up. Şengün, I feel like Şengün's going to have a really big leap this year as well. Amen Thompson is going to progress steadily as well. And obviously KD is KD. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like, this Rockets team looks good, but I don't know. Every time there's a team with Kevin Durant on it, it always looks good, but it never pans out. I don't know if it's like injuries or play style or coaching. That's always the case with KD-led teams after the Warriors saga. So, it's kind of like the basketball gods are literally just punishing KD for like warping the timeline of NBA history, like. Like going to the Warriors was like, hey, you might get these 2 championships, but after that, you're fucked.
A team that was literally the 2nd seed in one of the most competitive conferences I've ever seen. How exactly were they when he didn't play? Well, they damn near won 70% of their games with him, and they were literally 500 without him in a pretty decent sample size. Reed Shepherd was a number 3 pick, but those are some extremely big shoes to fill, and I don't know exactly how he fits with Ime's defensive culture and just immediately stepping into a championship contending type of team. I seen this fake big 3 on media day. I heard Devin Booker say this on media day, and I truly feel bad for D Book.
He said, "Oh yeah, way harder than Devin Booker. Man, missed the last 2 seasons. I mean, it could have been tougher than his first 2 years." I'm like, damn. Bro, I want to see D Book on a championship. Well, we already seen it with, but they lost to the Bucks in the finals. Damn. That's crazy, bro. Hey, free my nigga D Book, man. Free my nigga D Book, bro.
Believe it
going down the Dame path, the Dame timeline.
Or not, for Devin Booker to be a star of his caliber, he hasn't really done a lot of winning so far in his career. One of his career-defining big moments literally came in a loss for his career. He's under 500. And for me, it's clearly an organizational problem as opposed to Devin Booker. This team doesn't even have a point guard, and they're trying to sell their fans on this trio? D-Book can play make at times, but essentially asking him to be a combo type guard with this injury risk Mark Williams as his big, beside a streaky Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks, that's a nasty fall from a player that was literally 2 games away from a chip. Devin Booker, when he actually got to play beside a point guard, won 70% of his games, made an NBA Finals, had a season where they won 64 games, and never even came close to missing the playoffs.
I don't understand the Suns, bro. You see that. You see Devin Booker flourish and the team flourish with a traditional point guard. Obviously, it's Chris Paul, so one of the best traditional point guards you'll ever see, but you see that you guys make it to the fucking finals with a traditional point guard to pair up with Devin Booker, and you haven't tried to do that again. That doesn't make sense. Like you see, so it's like you see something working. Then I forgot how Chris Paul left Phoenix. I think he was like a free agent or something, or he got traded or something. I don't know. Chris Paul leaves. If I'm the owner or a coach or whatever, I'm signing a traditional point guard again. And he might not be expensive, like somebody cheaper than Chris Paul, so you can add another piece next to Devin Booker. You feel me? You got rid of DeAndre Ayton. You feel me? He wasn't really that good, but he was a big man. You know what I mean? You could put up next to Chris Paul or traditional point guard, and you get his lobs and shit like that. So I don't know, bro. You got a traditional point guard to pair up with D-Book. You make it to the finals, and you haven't done that shit again, which makes no fucking sense. Now you're pairing them next to Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green, who are not playmakers, and basically fulfill the same fucking work, except for Dylan Brooks. Jalen Green and Devin Booker fulfilled a damn near the same role. You feel me? They play the same position.
Also, I believe Devin Booker is heading into his 10th season right now.
Damn.
And he's also about to have his 8th head coach. If there's any player in the league that's overstayed their welcome or just outgrown a place, it's Devin Booker.
We about 6 weeks out, right where I need to be, baby. And we getting this year.
It just feels bad to see Steph's last great years literally become wasted. His loyalty to Golden State mixed with Golden State's loyalty to Draymond, it's unfortunately come with the sacrifice of Steph's last great years, and we're clearly seeing it. This team is nowhere near good enough, and I don't care what Kevin Durant says, I don't think he wanted to come to Golden State simply because he didn't want to deal with this. Draymond is one of the most important NBA players ever because he was an extremely significant piece to that dynasty. But honestly speaking, Golden State was forced to pivot off a young Jordan Poole because they chose Draymond. Yes, Golden State did win one more championship.
Draymond hit him with the 1-2. Mike Tyson, shit. I'll leave too. I'm a grown ass man. I'm like 21, 22 years old. A grown ass man fucking sock me. Nigga, I'll leave too.
AD. But who knows how many championships they left on the table because of something stemming from Draymond. Now Golden State is stuck in no man's land, and this team is very old in an extremely young, deep conference where all the best teams have young key pieces near their primes. Golden State doesn't. Their 3 best players are all 35 plus.
Damn.
And for a team that had playoff Jimmy and still couldn't win one game as soon as Steph got hurt, they sure as hell did little to nothing this offseason, but possibly get worse. I know they didn't play Kevon Looney much, but he was some size for a team that literally has none. They lost him. The 22-year-old with obviously the most upside left on their team.
Oh yeah, that Jonathan Kuminga shit is crazy. Like, I don't understand why wouldn't you just either sign or fucking trade him, my nigga? Like, why is this shit taking so damn long?
The 22-year-old with obviously the most upside left on their team. He still feels like some type of project that the organization and specifically Steve Kerr never trust. Draymond's little promises, I mean, they cool and all, but we know it's all based on Steph. And in the regular season, bro, you hurt your team a lot with a bunch of silliness. So Steph, in the last year of that large contract, literally has no shot to win anything. And that sucks because he's still Steph.
Feel pretty good. I think we
made
a lot of progress over the last couple months. You know, we just gonna listen to the body. You know, I'd be honest and say that, you know, he's gonna be unpredictable at times, and that's okay.
And lastly, Joel Embiid. Since winning that MVP 2 years ago, he's only played 58 games, and he's had 2 surgeries on the exact same knee. And now he's like 31 going on 40, honestly.
I think he low-key pushed himself during that MVP season. I feel like he wanted that MVP so bad he pushed his body to the limit, and I think that's shit.
And he's kind of in a lose-lose situation. If he is healthy and he loses in this conference, he's going to get crucified because of his history. But that's the best case scenario. Realistically speaking, he's probably not going to be healthy. And look at his damn team. The big addition last year.
I feel bad. The person I feel bad for the most is Tyrese Maxey, because Tyrese Maxey is really blossoming into a really great player. Well, he's already a great player in the league. But it's like, bro, you can make so much. Do you know how many teams would love Tyrese Maxey on their team, bro? No, would literally kill for a Tyrese Maxey on their team, bro. That shit is crazy. But you pair him up with I don't even know why they signed Paul George. Like, that's such an idiotic signing. I don't understand why you would sign Paul George, bro. Don't get me wrong. Paul George is like one of the best players in our generation and shit like that. But it's like, bro, you're like old gang. You're old gang, and you're old, and you have a track record of getting hurt. That's like a double whammy gang. You feel me?
Basically robbed them. He also had.
He should be in Sacramento with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan.
Jared McCain, who was like their one bright spot early.
I forgot about Jared McCain
last season. He also just had some recent finger injury, and it just feels like nothing basketball wise whatever goes right for Philly. Whenever they take 2 steps forward, they immediately take 4 steps back. The Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid era looked amazing for 2 seconds. So did the Jimmy Butler thing and the James Harden thing. Like, this is kind of what it's been. If you guys like this video, let me know in the comment section any players that I might have missed. Probably thinking Sabonis, but I'm not the biggest Sabonis fan. Follow my social media sites, turn on post notifications, all that great stuff, guys. And until next time, as always, stay tuned.
That's the video, yeah, man. Shout out to SWISHOUT, man. I always love SWISHOUT videos. I've been watching them for, I think, a little over like 2 years now. Yeah, I've been watching SWISHOUT for a minute now, bro. He makes great content. You feel me? So I was like, I might as well try to cut on the camera, react, and stuff like that. And it gives me a good way to like output my opinions on the upcoming season. You know what I mean? So him and Jimmy, tough. But that's the video, y'all. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. The video gonna be a link down below. And without further ado, I'll see y'all in the next video, man.